this is the main event of the evening. Sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, Chairman Anthony Marnell Jr., Executive Director Bob Bennett. Our three judges scoring this contest at Octagon side are Derek Clearly, Sali Amato, and Junichiro Kamijo. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Herb Dean. And now, for those in attendance and UFC fans watching around the world, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Live from the UFC Apex in Las Vegas, it's time! 5 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 15 wins, 4 losses, 1 draw. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 186 pounds. Fighting out of Mezzacarona, Italy, Marvin, the Italian Dream, Vettori! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 21 wins, 5 losses. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 185½ pounds. Fighting out of Oslo, Norway, by way of Uddevalla, Sweden, presenting the number 4 ranked middleweight contender in the world, Jack the Joker Hermasson!
All right, gentlemen, come to the center. All right, gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We're going to keep it clean. Touch gloves and let's do it.
Oh, the tension, the intensity of a UFC main event. Nothing like it. Jack Hermasson and Bruce Buffer had a little moment there.
That was good. That was good. Yeah, Buff loves that, man. He was loving that one.
Marvin Vettori.
Ready.
Number 12 in the world, but favored tonight against 4th-ranked Jack Hermasson. This fight clock is brought to you by Toyo Tires, the official tire of the UFC. Vettori, the southpaw, is in green. Jack Hermasson out of the orthodox stance is in black. An immediate low leg attack for Hermasson. Left hand lands for Marvin as well early on. Hermasson light on his feet, attacking the lower half early on.
Yeah, he's got a good bounce in his step. But Marvin doing a really good job of pressuring in and closing this distance.
Very patient, too. He's usually not this patient. Landing a nice uppercut. That left hand keeps landing, too.
Yeah, that uppercut appeared to have some steam on it.
Hermasson was doing really well landing that outside leg kick early because it keeps you peeled out away from that left hand of Vettori. I mean, it would help him to keep utilizing that to win the foot battle. We've seen southpaw versus conventionals all night. Can't stress it enough. Nice how important that foot battle is.
Ooh. Good counter from Hermasson there, though. Nice job.
Oh, the hand speed of Marvin Vettori on display early.
Keep that space between you and him.
Oh, big land for Hermasson now.
Nice shot. Don't reach for anything.
2 minutes have ripped off the clock here, round 1.
Yeah, I mean, that's gone quick because this fight is awesome. Not one takedown yet. There,
Nice fake there.
to land the right hand.
Nice uppercut there. But return right away from Vettori.
These guys are just phone booth fighting right now, right in the pocket.
Oh!
Got him.
Early knockdown for Marvin Vettori. Hermasson covering up.
Really get it done, though.
Trying
He's
to
on
recover.
him. This is what he does so well. He keeps damaging. He's not going to look to squeeze.
Now he likes this guillotine.
He's in half guard here, so it's going to be hard to finish it. Now he's going to get back to the damage.
He's looking for the neck. He's still looking for it, Tom.
Surprising. He usually just keeps punching and punching. But he's good here. This gives Hermasson a chance to get his grounds back together.
Might have been a better idea to just stay on the ground and pound and let him go, or get back up and see how he's recovered. But
habitually, that's usually what you see out of Vettori. So it's surprising that he went to the grappling.
And now things have slowed. Hermansson's got a chance to recover, and now it can become a grappling match for him, right? He's trying to clear his head still. He's not eating any shots right now.
And you wonder if Rafael Cordero, who's in the corner of Marvin Vettori, who, by the way, was in Mike Tyson's corner last weekend, if he would like Marvin to get back to his feet and see the extent to which Hermasson has recovered.
I mean, they're in the gym, right? They've seen Vettori on the ground grappling throughout this camp. Maybe there's something that they like in his ground and pound, but I think this is just a dangerous situation to put yourself in when you've had somebody hurt as bad as Vettori just hurt Hermasson.
I don't know if the danger's there. I would say that he could have gotten him out of there possibly if he kept punching because he was hurt. But against the fence, this is the best place if you're going to have Hermasson somewhere on the ground and threaten to finish him. It's going to be here, stuffed against the fence where he can't use his guard, he can't use his legs.
Yeah, the only thing that might happen is get back up. But for Vettori, that's not an issue. We clearly just saw him drop him, so that's where he wants to be.
Yep, so he's getting a little rest here for sure. I'd agree with you on that.
He's hunting for that neck, but
wants to beat him in his own game. I think Vettori would like nothing more than to submit a guy who he felt was overconfident in his grappling.
Well, he's going to be ahead one whole round in this first one, so I mean, he did his job in the first round. Vettori.
Yeah, Vettori has looked really sharp in this opening round. I mean, his hands, the speed that he's coming into this fight with, considering that short notice replacement as well, you can tell he has been training. Oh, well, he was supposed to fight a week later. I'm sorry.
And he actually told us, Paul, he liked it better, eliminated a week of misery. You eliminated 8 weeks of misery recently.
But I can see where he's coming from, where he's like, that's just an additional week where I'm going to be overthinking this thing, thinking about the weight cut, and instead now I'm coming in sharp and fresh and ready to go.
Late uppercut lands for Hermasson, but a strong start for Vettori.
Pust. Genau.
Right here, you see the left hand land, and he's just right in that perfect range where he can just keep landing. Such good range for Vettori there to land that. 1-2, right down the pipe. Bam! On the money. I mean, that'll drop anybody. I don't care who you are. That was a heavy shot. And he just went to the ground and pound, but then he gave him just a little chance when he went for the squeeze. He went for the guillotine. Let's see if he makes the adjustments next time he gets the takedown.
I got some good news. UFC Fight Pass is 100% free and open to everyone all weekend long. Explore the largest fight library in the world. Plus, check out the most in-depth original shows in all of combat sports. Create your account at UFCFightPass.com and instantly get the winter preview is live now. Early connection with the right hand for Jack Hermasson in round 2.
Yeah, he's pissed off. He knows he's down. He's got to come out here and get some back against Vettori. He can't let him have all that confidence coming in here to round 2.
Vettori looks very even-tempered and unemotional compared to past. But if there's something that'll get you in your feelings, it'll be a kick like that land into your head.
Absolutely.
That was a big shot. Hermansson's throwing heat.
Nice slip there by Vettori and counters with his own offense.
Single leg. Let's see good entry with that head on the outside. Switch to a double. Now he's on a single. It was a high. He's switching to a high crotch. He's in on a high crotch here. Let's see if he can finish it. There it goes.
Got him down to the butt, but
see what he can do with this. He's looking to transition to a double. Can't get to it. Stays on the single. Head on the inside. Vettori's doing a good job controlling the head. Hermasson moves his head to the outside of the high crotch again. And now he's back on a single, trying to finish it like a single. He does it. Let's see what he can do with it. He's trying to transition now to a double leg.
Wow.
Vettori hits a switch and transitions it.
Beautiful work there from Vettori. Hit that switch, right back out, gets his takedown, stays on top. I see why he's not afraid to stay down here based on that.
He's prepared.
Yes, good point, Paulie. 3.5 minutes here to go round 2. Hermasson certainly has no problem engaging off of his back.
You see how Vettori's keeping the feet off the hips. So Hermasson wants to put the feet on the hips. Oh, that's a nice omoplata there. He steps over, perfectly done. Follows, still got the half guard position. And Hermansson's trying to use that left underhook, but you see Vettori shutting it down. He's got the hand control of the bottom hand there, which is really going to cause problems for Hermasson. He's got to work on the hand control, Hermasson. He's got to get his hands back. He's not winning the grip battle, and so that's why he's not able to get up from here. See how Hermansson's always controlling the hands and the underhooks.
What about elbows in his body? You know?
You can see Vettori's looking for more position over submission. And right now, Hermansson's looking, what's helping Hermansson, why he's not taking any shots and why he's not like getting submitted or being in threat of submission, because he's active. He's not flat on his back, Hermansson. He's got the feet on the hips. He's constantly using underhooks and butterfly grips.
Yeah, right now you see Vettori just trying to control Jack as he's moving around, digging for different stuff, but hasn't really gotten any offense off since it's been back down on the mat.
And the clock's just burning away. And Hermansson's staying active, but he's not really threatening anything on Vettori. Vettori's one step ahead on the ground here, too, on top.
Vettori trying to leverage and get on a hip to escape. And now, some separation. We'll see if Vettori welcomes him back upright. Herb Dean watching at his patient best, allowing the fighters to work.
You see Jack thinking about getting up, gets back up.
And immediately greeted with a jab from Vettori that splits the guard. Now a shot to the body.
Yeah, you can see Jack having trouble with the southpaw look Vettori was bringing, because he keeps slipping off to his right, which is right into the line of fire of Vettori's left hand. See how that head's kind of leaning off to his own right? Well, that's in line with what Vettori wants.
Right.
That right high
into the power.
That right head kick is there for Hermansson. I mean, you see Vettori's left hand is low. It's even low on the other side of his chin. So if you let that right high kick, Hermansson, I mean, it's there. Body, head, or inside kick. He just doesn't throw it really. Threw one earlier. Let's see if he sees it again.
He's more interested in trying to get this fight down. He couldn't do it earlier. Ooh, that's a good knee, though.
Yeah, nice adjustment there by Hermansson. Vettori supremely comfortable in these clinch situations.
See that slip off? He's always slipping off to his right.
Hermansson to the body. Oh, nice stick by Vettori.
Control your breath. Was good round, but you have to recover again. You won, but don't let him so comfortable to the point that he's gonna move forward against you. He can't feel comfortable like that. He can't feel comfortable like that. Keep control of the fight. Keep your jab. Don't stop in front of him. Don't stop in front of him. I need the body shot. He's all the time like that. I need your left body shot or at least a kick. At least a middle kick. He asked you for it. He turned his body. So hit him in the body. Hit him. He asked for a body shot. Okay? Okay? Sorry. 2-0. Control yourself again.
Round 3 is brought to you by P3, the official protein snack of UFC. Dom Vettori's corner, pretty confident they're up 2-0, but Cordero feels like he sees some openings.
Great coaching. Look for the body shot, which is there, especially being a southpaw. There it is, and it's open. But also, I love that he said, control yourself. You've always seen Vettori in his past fights. He gets mad and he just starts gunslinging. He's not doing that. He's being smart and fighting very tactically right now.
Yeah, and they want to keep him that way because he does look extremely sharp and he is composed. So it's like, all right, you could tell Vettori's a guy you got to be like, all right, buddy, just relax a little bit. Keep doing what you're doing.
Not a lot of instruction because he's doing great, so they didn't need much. Just don't
check.
Yeah. Few better striking coaches out there than Trevor Whitman. Trevor, what do you have?
Cordero is so awesome in the corner. He said, do not let him push you back. And I do think that's a key in this fight. When he keeps Hermasson on the rear leg, he's got the faster cross, the faster left hand. He's got the better foot position like Dom always talks about. It's a great left hand. But once Hermasson starts to push him back, Vettori almost settles and starts eating shots. So I think it's very important that he starts to slide him back, touch hands, and then fire off that fast left hand he has.
Pretty good entry again from Hermasson.
Good defense by Vettori here. Just kept his balance. He's on the whizzer here, so you can keep it. Keep that balance going, get that leg out. Perfect defense by Vettori there.
Hermasson super aggressive on the feet here early round 3. Tonight, the first time Vettori's been taken down since his second UFC fight against shoeface Antonio Carlos Jr. back in the day. Same year that Vettori made his UFC debut, 2016.
Nice work. Vettori's defense looks outstanding tonight. Oh, good right hand from Jack. And he is pressuring him. And you see Vettori is slowing down a little bit.
The big thing that I saw in this fight was who kept the pressure and who got tired first. And, you know, in the past, Vettori, you know, sometimes slows down after the third round or in the third round, and Hermasson stays going. So I wanted to see how Vettori is adjusting well. I mean, he's not behind or anything. He's winning this fight. Let's see how he adjusts in 4 and 5 against Hermasson, though, if this fight keeps going.
There is a little bit of a tide change here.
Yeah.
When Hermasson starts throwing that right head kick, I actually seen Vettori grab his left arm a couple times. I wonder if he started to create damage. But just like you said, he slows in the fight. Hermasson gets better in these fights. He gets stronger. He likes this pace. I would continue to go forward, throw that right high kick, and fake the shot. If you're level changing with Vettori, it's keeping him set. It's keeping him aware of your takedowns. You start landing punches.
Under 2 minutes here to go in round 3. Third main event showcase for Hermasson. Did go 5 rounds in a win over Jacare Souza. That was April of 2019. But to Trevor's point, most people believe that if this fight hit the main event rounds, that the pendulum would swing in favor of Hermasson.
And we're seeing that just a little bit, but Vettori's still marching forward right now, just not throwing as much as he was. Starting to get hit a lot more.
You're just seeing the combinations land a little bit more for Hermasson, and that's where you're seeing the difference. He's just able to get off and touch and land a little bit more.
So with a busy 4 minutes here in round 3, Hermasson has pulled ahead in terms of the significant strikes landed, not necessarily the scorecards, of course. Vettori with an effective body attack there, and Hermasson lands up top.
Yeah, he's got to be careful slipping back like that against Hermasson and leaving his chin open because he's got the reach on him. So he might think he's out of range and Jack can hit you, no problem.
Yeah, you're seeing the hands come down for Vettori in this third round a little bit. And he's leaning back, like you're saying, Paul, instead of bringing his guard up.
Yeah, his hands
can
are
be
dropping.
dangerous if you follow with the head kick.
Yeah, if Jack can time that right head kick, Hermasson can really rock him.
And that jab appeared to really bother the right eye of Vettori. A productive third round for Jack Hermasson.
Two more rounds. Two more rounds. I prefer to say then we lost this round. I prefer to say that. Why? Because we start a lot.
I'm coming back.
We have to. We have first round, have the second round, the third one he won. So we already recovered, now we have to pay back. I need the third punch. We have one, we have a two. I need the third one now. Recover.
The takedown defense is beautiful. Every time you shoot, you take a second.
Takes a look at some of the action. Nice check there. That'll hurt the shin a little bit of Hermasson. Good knee attempt there. Kind of landed. And a good jab from Vettori. It was back and forth this whole round. I would say Hermasson landed probably about 10 shots more, as you can see on the numbers.
Yeah, rounds 1 and 2 fairly close. Round 3, not so much. And that certainly dovetails with Rafael Cordero's messaging after round 3. Trevor Whitman's got a hot microphone.
Cordero, that is a brilliant corner right there. He was honest. He let him know you won the first 2 rounds. You just lost that round. Don't let this happen. He throws one, you throw one back. He throws one, throw one back. Just the honesty and just basic, simple game plan how you're going to win this fight. Can he make it happen? Let's see. Hermasson, I do see that tide shifting a little bit.
Hermasson seems to be waking up more, literally, as this fight gets on. He's throwing combinations now, not one at a time as much. But Vettori, don't forget about that power at any moment.
Yes.
Especially in the early 2 minutes of each round, he's very dangerous.
I just like to see Hermasson keep on that right kick. I think that's a really big weapon for him in this fight, and it's given him a lot of success. And like you said, John, where he might have been grabbing at that arm, and we don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, I agree with you, Paul. That right high kick's there all night.
Maybe an elbow from one of the early kicks. He was looking at his knuckle there for a moment. Beautiful stick, and then a move out by Vettori. Ooh! Hermasson lands right on that ear of Vettori.
See how Hermasson is not retreating as much as he was earlier with these shots coming back from Vettori. Now he's getting out of the way just enough and staying in range. He's staying in this phone booth and trying to fight with Vettori much more in these later rounds.
Left hand has been landing so much for Vettori over and over. He just keeps firing the left and it just keeps touching him.
Left lands for Hermasson. 3 minutes now to go round 4.
Such a close fight. And that first round was obvious. The rest of them have been pretty close.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty much been like you go, I go, you go, I go, you go, I go. Back and forth ever since that first round, really. First and second.
Oh, far more output from Vettori here in round 4 than we saw round 3.
Yeah, he's getting much busier. Maybe he felt like he had to take a little bit off.
Yeah.
I'm not getting him out of there right away. I don't want to gas myself out. I've got this 5 rounds I got to deal with. Ooh. And these guys are just standing right in front of each other. Even when takedowns are mixed in, it doesn't slow this action down at all. They're scrambling. Vettori's looking for switches, getting back on top. Such a good matchup. Ooh. Yeah, you're right, Tom. That straight left from Vettori is just money. He doesn't overswing it. It just goes right down the middle.
He just fires it. He doesn't load it. It's just like a laser beam right down the middle. Every time Hermasson steps in, he just flings it out there.
Vettori seems to be seeing things pretty well defensively here, round 4. Coming up on 150 total throws unofficially this round alone for these two guys.
That's a great pace. Nice uppercut, right, straight, left hook.
Yeah, Hermasson. Beautiful combination.
1 minute to go in the round. Oh. Power advantage clear for Vettori.
There, now the combinations are coming. Last minute of the round, they're letting it all hang out.
He's turning it up here at the end of this round.
You see the output and the efficiency on the Vettori side, adding to those totals there.
Yeah, these guys are keeping an outstanding pace right now in this fourth round. They really turned it up. You can see it in both. Not mixing it up a whole lot. It's like Rock'em Sock'em Robots a little bit. This fourth, they're just standing in front of each other and 1 for 1, 2 for 2.
Oh,
that left hand is sharp.
Just laser sharp.
What a main event it has been through 20 minutes. And Paul, as you expected, we will hit our fifth and final round.
Yeah, I just know these guys are both so tough, durable. They both want it more than anything. And these guys truly want to be the next champion at 185 pounds. They're not going to go out of there easy. And Hermasson was hurt bad, but still there.
Our championship round. You're going to put 5 minutes, your best 5 minutes of your life. You're going to move. You're going to move fast like crazy. You're going to touch it with a jab. You're going to step outside. Move away. Move away. Don't stop in front of him. You're going to put your best 5 minutes of your life. You're going to beat this one. Control yourself. Let's get this thing done. Let's get this thing done, champ. It's not. This is not. Focus on our straight punch. Don't stop in front of him after. Let's do this. 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
That is some serious intensity out of Rafael Cordeiro in that corner, because his pupil, Marvin Vettori, could be 5 minutes away from being the first Italian fighter in the UFC to reach a division's top 5. Seemingly anybody's fight as we hit this fifth and final round.
Yeah, that was great cornering from Cordeiro.
He woke him up very
That doesn't
nicely.
get you fired up to go out there and win a 5-round fight, then I don't know what does. But you see Jack comes out, and Hermansson's fired up as well. But he's eating shots early here from Vettori.
I love how you see all these shots these guys are landing, and in between rounds he goes, he's scratching me with his nails.
He does, though. He does have like 4 claw marks on his neck.
It's crazy, but Cordeiro's like, who cares?
Yeah, like, we'll worry about that later in the shower. That's going to hurt.
These guys are unbelievable. Right hooks from Hermasson right now.
Hermasson doing everything in his power to try to take the judges out of it. Same can be said for Vettori.
Oh, nice.
Big shots landed for both
Man, unbelievable.
Hermasson biting down and throwing right now. Nice uppercuts.
Trevor Whitman, what do you have, man?
Oh, man, I love the corner work. I love this fight. He woke up Vettori. I was way off by saying there was a shift because these guys both want it. We talked about this earlier in the fight. Who wants it more? Both of these guys. I love this fight. I love the technique. I love the way they can take a punch. I am loving every piece of this fight. This is what the world needs, something to fight for. I love it.
This is what it's all about. You're absolutely right. And I think there are a lot of fighters from earlier tonight who finished their opponents thinking, man, didn't need this to be a potential fight of the night and compete for bonus money, but this has been as advertised as we come down the stretch.
I don't think anybody can understand how they're making it look easy to eat these shots, and there's nothing easy about the shots they're eating.
Man, they're hurting so
that
bad.
was a lot of pain. All shots, all of them. Look at these shots they're landing to the head over and over, both of them.
Whew. That left hand from Vettori tonight is just money. But Hermasson, look how tough. I mean, he is not backing up, taking it down. He wants to finish this fight. He's fighting tooth and nail right now. Ooh, I like that.
There's an old drill you do in boxing where you guys both put your foot into a tire and you guys just swing on each other, and that's what this looks like to me. Like, you're both just sitting there and just in a phone booth tearing it up.
And we could potentially be looking at some historic output here. Both guys have thrown north of 310 total strikes, and a lot of those have landed.
That's crazy. That's like that of 25ers and 35ers usually throw that kind of output. And these guys are 3 times that size. Very impressive, the kind of cardio shape they came in tonight. Over 5 rounds to be throwing this much at their size is a huge deal.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are the fight of the night guaranteed the way this is rolling out right now.
Prevailing opinion seems to be that Vettori has the lead, but a close fight. With 2 minutes now to go.
Hermasson is going for it,
no doubt.
You got to be careful. I do think Vettori is up on the scorecards, guaranteed, but the way Hermasson is throwing,
guaranteed.
One of those
guaranteed.
Shots. Yeah,
there's no guarantee.
Excuse me.
I love you.
You are right. It's probably a split. Yeah, Hermasson really turning it on right now at the end of this round.
So UFC 236, Israel Adesanya and Kelvin Gastelum, one of the greatest middleweight fights in UFC history. More strikes have been landed in this fight than that fight.
I mean, both these guys are keeping their hands up, and literally, look how close they are. You don't see a lot of MMA fights that fight this close together, so it's making it fun to watch because they're just taking it on their face right now. They're both just eating shots.
One of the things I think Hermasson could have adjusted throughout this fight, too, is he's throwing a lot of right hands, but he's throwing almost all hooks against Vettori. He's got the range against Marvin Vettori. Why not extend that and try to use that reach a little more?
Well said.
Start working. Let's work.
Herb's like, why are we stopping this action? You guys, come on. All right, 30 seconds. Lay it on.
You need to go for something. Let's work.
They're like, let me get a second.
I think Vettori wants to finish this on top to really make a statement. And Hermasson looking for a Kimura there.
Now, wouldn't this be something?
9 seconds.
Looks like Marvin's out of it.
Yep.
Ends on top the way he wanted.
Wow, what a showcase for the UFC's middleweight division. Jack Hermasson and Marvin Vettori go the distance. And safe to say that Jack Hermasson left it all in there tonight.